and if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Nicole. I am a STOTT trained Pilates instructor, and today I have a total body Pilates mat class for you where we're going to incorporate a small ball. Now, some of my small ball classes can be done without the ball. It's sort of optional, but in this one, we're going to kind of use it for a rolling motion. We're going to use it for support under our side body, so you do kind of need the small ball for this one unless you're very creative. If you're looking for one you can do without props, I have lots of options. Browse through my channel. I'll link to the playlist there. Total body flow. Let's get right to it. We're going to start laying down on our backs today, and you're going to have the ball between your hands. So I want your knees bent, feet flat on the floor, and we're going to find a neutral position through the spine. So you have the natural curve to your lower back. We're going to press the ball gently between our hands on our exhale, okay? So I want you to inhale to prepare. As you inhale, it's through the nose, expand through the rib cage. We exhale out through the mouth. And as we do, you're going to press in on that ball. Don't lock out through your elbows. Inhale, release the pressure on the ball, expand through the rib cage. Exhale slowly out through the mouth, ribs move in and down. Feel the gentle brace of the abdominal wall. Lift of the pelvic floor. As you inhale, you release the squeeze, pelvic floor relax. Just keep going like that. Twice more. Last time, inhale. Exhale, squeeze in on that ball. So now we're going to add in some movement. As you inhale, the arms are going to sweep overhead, and you're just going to drop your knees open in a butterfly shape out to the side. As you exhale, you're going to bring your knees together, and you're going to lower the ball down. Inhale, arms sweep up overhead, butterfly those knees. Exhale, bring it down. I'm hitting my couch, so I'm not bringing my arms all the way overhead, but you can bring the ball to touch the floor if you can do so without flaring open through the ribs. Inhale, open it up, mobilizing through the shoulders and the hips. Exhale, knees together, ball lowers. Twice more. Last time. And then bringing it up through center, start with your knees and the ball pointing up towards the ceiling. Now on an inhale, you're going to drop the arms and the legs in opposition. So the knees are going to drop to the right, the ball is going to go to the left. You're kind of rolling the ball along your forearm. Exhale, bring it back up to center. Inhale, over to the other side. So getting some nice rotation through the mid-body here. Inhale, drop. Exhale through center. A little feel-good twisting to warm our body up. We're going to come into some core work after this. Last time, drop it to the side. Bring it back up through center. And now I want you to take the ball and I want you to bring it under your left foot, okay? So you have the heels about under the knees or maybe just a couple inches forward of that. Arms down by your side. We're going to continue our breath work, and instead of squeezing in on the ball on the exhale, we're going to stamp down on it with our foot, firing up through the hamstrings and glutes. So you're neutral through the spine. Inhale here to prepare. Exhale slowly out through the mouth. As you do, you press down on the ball, brace through the abdominal wall, little lift through the pelvic floor. Inhale, foot gets lighter on the ball, expand through the rib cage three-dimensionally. Exhale it out. So we're just going to breathe here, moving like this. Now we're going to keep this going, but we're going to add in a lift of the right leg up to tabletop as the left presses down into the ball. So I want you to bring your right heel to a hover, so just the ball of your right foot is on the floor, and then let's add it in. As you exhale, left foot stamps down, right foot lifts to tabletop. We maintain neutral. Inhale, return the ball of the foot to the mat, lighten the press on the ball. Exhale, stamp down into the ball, lift. So deep core work here. We're also starting to activate the posterior chain on this left leg. So we're getting the hamstrings, a little bit of glutes. I want you to feel the brace of the abdominal wall before that leg lifts up to tabletop. So you have the connection, then move. You're going to give me 2 more, and then we're going to hold that leg at tabletop. Next time you come up to tabletop, you're going to hold it at tabletop. Now we're going to do a rollout on this left side. As you inhale, I want you to roll that left leg out straight. And as you exhale, I want you to bend the knee, bring it back in, ball underfoot. Inhale, roll the ball up to your calf. Exhale, roll it back in. We're maintaining a stable pelvis as we do this. Now you can stay here with head, neck, and shoulders down on the mat, or we're going to come up into an ab curl to finish up this core series. So give me one more roll like this. Next time that knee is bent, I want you to pause, hands to the base of your skull. As you exhale, we're going to come into an ab curl position, gazes at the knees. We're going to keep that rollout going. Inhale, roll it out. Exhale, draw it in. Your right knee is stacked over the right hip in tabletop as we slide out and in. Now maybe you stay here, maybe you ramp it up a notch and the legs start to move in opposition. So as one leg straightens out, the other bends in. Inhale when the ball rolls out. Exhale when the ball rolls in. And if the ball starts to kind of get out of place, you can always pause, readjust, and get back into it. Give me two more. Last time. And now I want both legs out straight. So you're going to hold this right leg at a hover, and you're going to send that left leg out as well. You can press down into the ball for a little bit of weight. We're going to do a lift and lower of this straight right leg. You're going to flex through the ankle to lower. You're going to point as you lift up. Can you ab curl up a little higher? Now, if you want to make these harder, you just get a little lighter through that supporting left side. So instead of having that ball pressing down into the floor, you get a little lighter through it. We are going to hold with this right leg pointing up to the ceiling in 2. Last one. Next time that right leg goes up to the ceiling, you're going to hold it up to the ceiling, and you're going to start to trace little circles. Now we're trying not to rock side to side. It is just the leg circling within the hip joint, gazes at the knee, ab curl up a little higher. In 4, we switch direction. In 2, 1, switch direction, your circles. It is small, like you're tracing a quarter-sized circle on the ceiling for 4, 3, hold in 2, 1. I want you to hold here, and I just want you to get lighter through that left side. So if the ball is looking smushed like an oval, can you bring it up to a circle? Can we reach our arms forward and ab curl up a little higher? Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend both knees. Right foot comes to the floor. Bend the left knee in. We're going to keep that left foot on the ball. We're going to move into bridge work. Arms are down by your side. As you exhale, you're going to lift those hips up into a bridge. Inhale to lower. So it's an offset hip bridge with one foot on the ball, adding an element of instability. Don't just let this right side do all the work, though. I want you pressing into the ball with that left foot as you come up. Exhale, press those hips up. Keep equal length through both sides of the waist so we're not crunching into one side. Even though our feet are uneven, try to keep your hips level to the ceiling, okay? Now we're going to keep this lifting and lowering going, but we're going to do it with a slide out of the ball, kind of like what we were doing in our core section. So as the hips lower, I want you to straighten the leg out, and then as you lift up, you're going to roll that ball in. Inhale, lower the hips, roll out through the ball. Exhale, hamstring curl it in. Now I want you to have weight on the ball so that as you curl it in, you do feel the hamstrings working, even though it is very normal for that right side to do most of the work because it is on a stable surface. It's on the floor. So it's not that I don't want the right leg dominating. It's just that I do want you to feel your left hamstrings activating to roll that ball in. In 3, we're going to hold at the top. 2, next time you roll in, I want you to hold with those hips lifted. They're level. You're not flaring the ribs. Give me a little pulse of the hips up and down. As you pulse up, press down into the ball. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We go back to the roll in 3, 2, 1. Let's go back to the full hip bridge lift with the roll out. We roll the ball in as the hips lift up. I just got to readjust my ball. As the hips lower, we glide it out. Just one more time through, and then you're done on this side. We'll repeat the whole series from the top on the other side. So as you press up, you're really firing into the right side glutes. Push. You're still active through the left side hamstrings though, so keep weight on the ball as you curl it in. Give me 3 more, and then we hold at the top for one final round of pulses. Give me 2 more. Last time, you're gonna hold in that hip bridge, ball underfoot. It's a little pulse of the hips up and down. As the hips go up, you press down into the ball. Even though right side is doing most of the work, okay? Normal to feel it more there, it's stable. Give me 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last pulse up and down. Awesome job. You can hug the knees into your chest, give me a little rock side to side. Woo. So we're gonna do that whole thing on the other side. Couple breaths here. All right, so we're gonna put the ball under the other foot now. It's gonna come under our right foot. You want your feet hips distance apart, heels about under knees or an inch or 2 in front of the knees, but not in too close to your butt, okay? Arms down by your side, and we're gonna start with just that breath work, pressing down into the ball, neutral through the spine and the pelvis, and we're gonna maintain that stability. We inhale through the nose, slow endurance exhale out through the mouth as you press down on the ball, increasing tension, bracing through the abdominal wall, lift through the pelvic floor, ribs move in and down. Inhale, we expand into the diaphragm. Release the pressure on the ball. Exhale it out. So this diaphragmatic breathing goes hand in hand with deep core work. So we will add on to this. As we press down through the ball, I just have to adjust mine. We will lift that left foot up off the mat into tabletop. So let's take the left heel up to a hover so that we're prepared. Give me 1 more breath like this. And then on your next exhale, as you press down into the ball, your left leg lifts off the floor into tabletop. Inhale, return ball of the foot to the floor, release the pressure on the ball. Exhale, press down on the right side, lift with the left. We're maintaining that neutral alignment through our spine and pelvis. My ball got warped because I left it too close to my fireplace. So instead of being a round circle at rest, it's like this weird kind of lumpy oval looking thing. So it's hard to do rolling things. The ball is so cheap. It's like 10 bucks. I need to just buy myself a new one, but I keep forgetting to. And then I got my lumpy, bumpy ball. All right, now next time that left leg comes up to a tabletop, I want you to hold it in a tabletop position. We're going to start to roll the ball. Inhale, straighten through that right leg. Exhale, hamstring curl, roll it in. So is this going to be the hardest hamstring exercise you've ever done? No, but I do want you to feel the back of the leg working here. So I want you to press down on the ball for this roll. So there's pressure. You feel the back of the leg work to draw it in. Now you can stay here, or we are going to do this in the ab curl position. So hands will come at the base of your skull. You would exhale, you would ab curl up, and we're going to maintain this ab curl position, supporting the neck with hands at the base of the skull. Elbows are wide, but not so wide that you flare through the ribs. Gaze is at your knees, so we're not jamming our chin down to our chest. There is length and a gentle curve through the back of the neck. Now can we add in the hovering left leg moving in opposition? One goes out as one goes in. Inhale, slide the ball away. Exhale, roll it in. If you feel pressure in your lower back, I want you to gently lengthen your lower back to the mat, coming into a slight posterior pelvic tilt, and try to maintain that position. That'll help keep it in the core and not just all into your spinal erectors. Now we're going to pause with both legs straight. Give me 2 more rolling in and out here. I just have to adjust my ball, my lumpy bumpy ball. And next time your right leg goes out straight, you're going to hold it straight and then bring that left leg out to a hover as well. We're going to lift and lower, flex to lower, point to lift. Now the ball is providing us with support. This is going to be harder if you get lighter through your right leg, thinking of lifting it away from the ball, okay? So give yourself the support you need, but challenge yourself here. Lifting and lowering, can you ab curl up a little higher? We're going to focus on pelvic stability up next. Give me 2. We hold with that leg to the ceiling. Last full time. Next time that left leg is up to the ceiling, hold it there. Trace those tiny circles. They are small, like the size of a quarter on the ceiling. 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch direction of the circle. Now we're trying to stabilize through the rest of the body. So notice, are you also rolling the ball back and forth? Hold this leg still. It is just the left leg circling within the hip joint. 4, 3, final hold in 2, 1. We're going to hold here. We're going to ab curl up a little higher. We're going to try to get a little lighter through this right leg. Can you reach your arms forward and ab curl up just slightly? Hold light, light, light on the ball. You're here for 4, 3, everything lowers. In 2, 1, bend the knees, feet to the floor. Right foot stays on the ball, arms down by your side, feet are hips distance apart. Let's go into our bridge work now. Exhale, we're going to lift those hips up. Inhale to lower. So the left leg is going to do most of the work because it is on a stable surface. But we want to feel that right leg participating as well. So as the hips lift up, really think of pushing down on the ball. We're going to keep the hips lifting and lowering going, but we're going to add in a roll of the ball. So as the hips lower, you slide the ball out, leg goes straight. As the hips lift up, you curl everything in. Lower and slide the ball out and in. So this is kind of like those heel slides I make you guys do sometimes with sliders or dish towels, but we're doing it with the ball instead. Everything lowers, hips stay level to the ceiling, and lift. Now when you lift, don't flare open through the ribs and keep your hips down. Close to the rib cage, lifted through the hips. 3 more. Final time, you're going to hold at the top and pulse the hips. Hold at the top, hips go down an inch, up, down, and up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, back to the rollout, 3, 2, last time, back to the hip rollout, hips all the way down, leg rolls out, hips lift up, ball rolls in. Just one more time through those movements, and then you're done with this core hip bridge series, and we will move into some side body work. 3 more. Last full roll out. Bring it up and in. And we pulse down and up to finish. As the hips go up, the right foot stamps down. 8, 7, 6, 5, last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the hips down. And I want you to bring the ball up so you can grab it with your hands and then hug the knees into your chest, little rock side to side. So we're going to come into some roll-ups, just a little bit of transitional work before we go into side body. So I want you to stretch your legs out long. Let me just hook this on so I don't lose it. Ball in your hands overhead. Now we're going to do this with a slight bend to the knees. So I want legs about hips distance apart. Press the heels down, little bend to the knees. As you inhale, arms are going to start to sweep up. As you exhale, nod the chin, and you're going to roll up and over those legs. And then inhale, you're going to lower it down, arms overhead. Again, inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, nod the chin, vertebrae by vertebrae. Roll it up and over, reaching. Arms stay parallel to the floor when you reach up and over those legs. So if you struggle with roll-ups when we do it with straight legs, You might find that doing it with bent knees makes it easier. That might suggest that you have tightness through your hamstrings or your hips. Last time here. Exhale, roll it forward, and this time straighten out the legs and just hold over your legs like this. Reach, grow long. We're not collapsing down. Again, arms parallel to the floor. We're going to stack the spine up tall in 3, 2, 1. Stack the spine up tall. We're going to come into some side body work. I want you to mirror me. So we are going to position the ball under our left side body, under the rib cage, okay? So not right in the waist, not up in your armpit, rib cage, okay? And we're going to come down onto the side. Your bottom leg is going to be bent and forward. Your top leg is going to be straight. And we're going to bring our hands behind our head like this. Now, if this position is uncomfortable for this first part, you can have your bottom forearm down instead, okay? Up to you. And you can press weight into the ball, but you're not completely neglecting the obliques. So it shouldn't look like this, where you're kind of bending over the ball. You should stay lifted through the obliques. This is just adding a little bit of support, okay? So once you're here in one long line, shoulders, hips, top leg, we're going to point to lift. You're going to flex to lower. Point to lift, flex to lower. Getting into this top outer line here. So we are not rocking through the pelvis as you do this. So when the leg lifts up, you don't shorten through the top side of your waist. Keep length here. Ball is providing a little bit of support, but not a ton. So think, don't crush it. Almost think you're gently lifting away from that ball. We're going to hold with the leg lifted at hip height in 4, 3, 2, hold that leg at hip height and trace little circles for me. So we did this previously in the previous section. Same little leg circles. We're not swaying through the rest of the body, so everything else is staying stable and in position. It's just the leg circling within the hip joint. In 4, you switch in 3, 2, 1. Reverse direction of those leg circles. Keep breathing through this. That same diaphragmatic breathing we've been practicing all class. You hold in 4, final 3, 2, 1. Hold the leg at a hover. You're going to bend the knee forward. Kick it straight, sweep the leg back. Bend it forward, kick it forward, sweep it back. So when you sweep it back, you fire into the glutes without arching into your back and flaring the ribs, okay? In, kick it forward, sweep it back. I'm pointed through the ankle when I kick forward. I flex, sweep back. If that overcomplicates it, don't worry about that part. You're going to give me one more in this full cycle, and then you're going to hold with that leg forward towards me. So next time you kick it forward, hold. Lift away from the ball a little bit. Let's trace those same circles. Legs circling within that hip joint for 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse direction. This leg is going to come in line with the rest of your body in 4, 3, 2, 1. Sweep your right leg back, place it on the floor. Now we're going to take our top right hand and place it on the mat in front of us with your fingertips pointing up, okay? On an exhale, we're going to take this bottom elbow and you're going to lift it towards me, okay? So it's a little rotation. And we're going to try not to smush down into the ball when we do it, okay? Just maintain light pressure. So exhale, brace through the core, bottom support elbow lifts up and away. Inhale, return it to the mat. Exhale. So it's like a little flapping bird wing here, and return it. You can put weight in this top arm, okay? It is supporting you along with your obliques. You're going to give me 2 more, and then you're going to hold with the elbow lifted. Final time, you're going to hold with that elbow pointed towards me off the mat, and you're going to give me a little crunch up on the ball. Up. Lower into the ball, crunch away. Tiny little side body pulse. It's also kind of like a single arm push-up for this right arm. And we're going to make it even bigger, coming all the way up. In 4, 3, little curl, 2, 1, I want you to hold at the bottom, okay? Readjust the hand if needed. I want the elbow kind of in close to the side of your body, open through the chest. We're gonna take this into a full push-up, pressing all the way up to a straight right arm. As you exhale, you press yourself all the way up. You inhale, return down to the ball. Exhale, single arm side push-up, up and down. If it's more comfortable to do it with both knees stacked on top of each other, that is an option, okay? 4 more, you got it. Give me 3 more. Final 2. Last time, press it up. Bring your left hand to the mat, grab the ball with your right arm, and let's just trace some big circles with that ball, kind of flush it all out. Awesome job. Woo! Opening up, rotate to the floor, sweep the arm forward. Oh, awesome job. So we're gonna do that series on the other side. Give me 1 more nice big circle and open it up. Okay, so we're gonna swing it around. You'll mirror me. Now the ball is going to come under our right side. Let me make sure my mic isn't in the way now. And you want it on the rib cage, okay? So not the waist, not the armpit, kind of right in the middle there. And we're gonna lay down on that right side. Bottom right knee is bent. Left leg will be straight, and you want it in line with the rest of your body. So heel, hips, shoulders. Bottom elbow is down, hands behind your head in this position. But if this is uncomfortable, you can prop yourself up on your bottom forearm to start. You can also have the top hand on the floor immediately to start. Let's lift and lower that top leg. Up and down. So the ball is providing some support for our obliques for sure, but don't just collapse down into it, okay? Think of staying active. 1 nice long diagonal line through the spine. Maintain length in your top waist as the leg lifts. I'm flexing to lower, I'm pointing to lift. If that overcomplicates it, just hold pointed or hold flexed. We're gonna hold with that leg to hover up next for those little circles. Engage to the core. In 4, you hold. 3, 2, next time that leg lifts up, hold it up, lift it through the bottom waist, and trace those little circles. In 4, 3, reverse, and 2, 1, reverse direction of the circles. As the leg circles, there's no swaying through the rest of your body. So the circle doesn't have to be huge. Leg within hip joint, nothing else moves. For 4, 3, 2, 1, we're gonna take it to that pedaling motion. You're gonna bend the knee in. You're gonna kick the leg straight without tucking under through the tailbone. Flex, sweep back. We're gonna repeat our little circles, but we will repeat them with the leg forward towards me. Next time that leg points towards me, you're gonna hold. It's parallel to the floor. Don't tuck under the tailbone, reach long through the leg, little circles. You can have top hand down for support if you need it. In 4, reverse, in 3, 2, 1, reverse direction of the circle. Leg is gonna plant down. Top left hand comes to the floor. Little side body series for the upper half in 3, 2, 1. Sweep the leg back in line with you. Lower it down. Your top left hand plants. Fingertips point up. Now on an exhale, this bottom elbow kind of bird wings and flaps towards me. Exhale. Lift it off the ground. Inhale, return it. So it's so important that you go breath first, feel the brace of the core, the abdominals, then lift the elbow away. Your support arm is absolutely working, but if we don't start with that breath and get the obliques to kick in, we might bypass them, and we don't want that. In 3, you're gonna hold with that elbow off the floor, pointed to me. In 2, last time, hold with it towards me, and we're gonna go into little side ball crunches, up and down. Pushing the floor away, through that left hand, contracting through the top side obliques. We're going to take this into a full single arm side push-up, coming up in 4, little crunch 3, we hold the spine neutral in 2, last crunch up. Now hold the spine long. You might need to adjust the hand a little bit. I like it kind of right in front of the chest. And on an exhale, you press all the way up to a straight left arm. Inhale, lower yourself back down onto the ball. Exhale, single arm push up and away and down. Whoop, my lumpy bumpy ball is shifting. There we go. Oh well, it just wants to roll. Give me 4, 3, 2, last time. Press yourself up, right hand plants on the floor, grab the ball, in your left and make big circles. Oh, that was tough. All right, so we have one more quick section of class. We're going to bring everything to center. We're going to come into a kneeling position with a quad lean series. So keep the ball in your hands and let's come up to kneel. If you want some extra padding for your knees for this last section, you could always fold the mat over to double it up like this, or you could grab a blanket and put it under your knees, whatever works for you. So let's make sure that we are starting with a neutral pelvis. So we don't have an excessive arch to the lower back. We're going to come to neutral, gentle engagement through the glutes, more than gentle, especially as we lean back, okay? So unlock through the elbows, make a big circle with your arms, and you're just going to gently press in on the ball so that we're fired up through the pecs a little bit. And we're going to do a quad lean. So as you inhale, we're going to lean back, and as you exhale, you're going to come back upright. Now, when you lean back, we're not hinging at the hips, so you're not just sending your butt back to your heels. From knees to top of head, stay in one nice long line, and the whole body shifts back and forth together. Now, to hold everything neutral, you're firing through the core. Again, glutes are turned on. We lean back. We use our quads to right ourselves up. We are going to hold that quad lean back in 4, 3, 2, last full rep, and then we'll hold back. Next time you lean it back, I want you to hold in the lean, and we're just going to pulse in on that ball. Squeeze in. You're making a big circle with your arms, so we are not straight through the elbows. We're going to hold the squeeze on the ball. We're going to pulse in the lean in 4, 3, hold the squeeze in 2, hold the squeeze on the ball. It's back an inch and up 1 inch, back and up. Now coming up next, we're going to pass the ball behind our back and forward in a big circle as we do a hip hinge to upright. So we'll come out of this quad lean in 4, 3, 2, last little pulse, come all the way upright. Now we're going to send our bum back to our heels as we pass the ball behind our back, and you're going to come up. So we're making a big circle with our arms, hips slide back, and up. So before we were not breaking at the hips, we were shifting from the knees. Now we are sliding the hips back and forward. Switch direction of the circle of the ball. So we're going to hold in the hinge position up next with the ball behind our back. Now if you are tight through the shoulders or just have broader shoulders, it may be very hard to hold the ball in that position. If that is the case, you can always drop it, okay? Otherwise, next time you come into that hinged position, ball between your hands, open through the chest, reach the hips back. I want you to pulse up with those arms. Pulse up, 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 and up. So we're going to start this whole series from the top. We're going to come upright, ball in front of us, and we'll do that quad lean. Open through the chest. Don't flare through the ribs. Give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I want you to come upright, ball in front, big circle with the arms, level through the pelvis, brace through the core and glutes, quad lean. We take it back and forward, back and upright. If this exercise bothers your knees, Do not do it, okay? Skip it for me. You can challenge your quads with a bear plank hold instead, or lifting and lowering the hips. That's a nice alternative where you're still gonna get the top of the thighs, but a little easier on the knees. Next time you go back in that quad lean, hold it back, little pulsing on that ball. We're gonna hold that squeeze of the ball. You're gonna pulse in this quad lean in 4, 3, 2, push in on that ball. Hold that squeeze. It's back an inch, up an inch, back and up. Give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We have that arm circle with that hip hinge. 3, in 2. Did I skip a number? 1, come upright. Oh, well, if I did. Hips back as you circle the arms behind you and upright. Take it back and upright. We are almost there. Switch direction of your circle. Back and up. Your hips slide back and up. Stay neutral through the spine. You're going to hold in that hinge next time. Hold in the hinge, open through the chest, reach those arms back. It's a little pulse up, pulse up, pulse up. Don't flare through the ribs. If this feels tight, ditch the ball, okay? Just have palms facing in. Arms can come a little farther apart. You're done with class in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I want you to bring the ball in front of you. Hands are going to come onto it, knees wide. Bum back to your heels. Come into a child's pose and let your head kind of hang in between your arms. Awesome job. And on an exhale, I just want you to roll the ball in and round the spine up to the ceiling a little bit. And then roll it back out into that child's pose. And just move like this a little bit. Rolling it in, rounding through the spine. And then melting into it twice more. Last time. And then just melt into that child's pose. Hold here. You can let the ball roll off. Let's come up to a tabletop position, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And I want you to actually walk the hands forward about 6 inches and then tuck the toes under. And you're going to lift the hips up into a down dog, pressing the heels to the floor. And then rock forward, knees come down, bum to your heels, armpits to the mat, child's pose. And then just flow it forward into that awkward tabletop, hips up, down dog. And I just want you to flow between these positions a little bit. Cooling it down here, child's pose. Forward, knees lift, hips up, down dog. Next time you come into the down dog, pause here. Might feel good to pedal out the heels, or it might feel good to just let them sink down towards the floor. Press your chest towards your thighs. Knees are going to come down in 3, 2, 1. Knees come down, untuck the toes. Final child's pose. This is where we'll finish up class. Forehead to the mat. Just check in with how your body is feeling. When you're ready, you can flip your palms to the mat. Slowly walk those hands in. Roll up and roll those shoulders open. And that is your class. Awesome work. I hope you're feeling good after that. I know I am. Thanks for working out with me today, and I'll see you next time.